Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. It is the day after I filmed my huge Colonial Candle haul. I hope everyone saw it. I did have a fun time. Well, yeah, I went crazy, okay? I was going nuts purchasing Colonial Candle stuff basically because I was done with Christmas scents. I still have some which I'm in a store, but a lot of them burned through them, and I want to change. I wanted to start spring, or I should say 2015, with different scents. So I went crazy with Colonial Candle, but part of the stuff that I did purchase besides candles were the simmer snaps. You'll see two of them in front of you, and one of their wax warmers. And I wanted to check it out because they had the 40% off site-wide, and the wax warmer that you see in front of you, which is in the color white, was originally $10, and they reduced it to $5, and I got it 40% off, which I think it came out to $3, I think. Comes in white and it comes in ivory, and again, that one is in a white. Just wanted to match different things in the house, so that's why I chose that color. Now, the two simmer snaps, I wanted to review them as well. Part of the haul was the simmer snap in the scent Wild Iris, and the other one is in Vanilla Lavender. So here's Wild Iris. There it is. Okay, and there we go, there we go, there we go. Vanilla Lavender. Okay. Now, it's funny, Wild Iris, yesterday when I was reviewing or talking about the haul, I did not introduce it. Why? I was having a lot of problems with the camera. I was getting tired. I had to clean up the mess that I've made, and believe me, I made a mess. And I missed them, so I'm sorry, people. It happens, it happens. Anyway, let me get started with the stuff that I got. First of all, one of my viewers asked me about the wax warmer, and what was funny is day after I get the haul, or day after I film, I was curious about the wax warmer as well. I wanted to see how it performed, how easy it was, how, you know, I mean, $3, that's a bargain. I think it was $3. It's either $3 or more, I don't know. But it was so cheap, and I figured, let me give it a chance. So I'm excited to try it. She's asking me about it, and meanwhile I'm already putting an unscented tea light in it to whatchamacallit, try it. And it was funny. I just started laughing actually when I read the request, because I'm going, oh, great minds. You see, people? She's thinking the same as me. Anyway, I'm going to put these two little guys aside. I'm going to turn this around. Here is the wax warmer. What's burning inside, or what's warming up on top, is actually this one, Vanilla Lavender. So the color is sort of like a warm almond color. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not gonna, well, you can't, you might be able to see it, but let me turn this around. Beautiful, beautiful wax warmer. In fact, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to get a ruler for you. Okay, so you think it's about like 5.5 inches tall, and the surface top here, I would say almost 4 inches, which is pretty good. I think that's pretty good for the surface, you know, top. As I said in the haul, the surface of this wax warmer is very shallow. Okay, think of it as it has a bowl kind of shape. I mean, it does go in a little bit, but it's not exactly deep. It's very shallow, but doesn't matter. Now, when I lit it, when I put the little unscented tea light inside, what surprised me, and I'll turn it around, what surprised me was how quickly the surface of the wax warmer started to, you know, get warm. I mean, it was almost within a few minutes, it was getting warm right away, this. So I was already pleased with it. I said, oh, this is awesome. Okay, see the big mouth it has? And in a way, it's funny because it does have, it seems like a mouth because you see two little eyes. Okay. It looks like a mouth, okay? 2 eyes and a nose. I think it's cute. Anyway, let me turn it back around, and I threw one of the little cubes from Colonial. Now, do note, Colonial Candles wax cubes are similar to one more company's wax cubes, and I'm going to compare them. But first, I'm going to give you a review on this one, Vanilla Lavender. Put it in there, only took one little cube out. I hope you can see it. I only took one of the 6 little things in the back. Melted the minute I put it on this, since it was already melted, and these things are reasonably soft, I suppose. Stuff melted almost right away. You know, it was really good. The scent on this, when you smell it on cold sniff, you definitely do get a lavender fragrance. You do get vanilla fragrance too. That's the first 2 things that I got, but to me there was something earthy about it. It just, something smelled nice besides the lavender, and you know, the good smell of lavender and vanilla, and I don't know. There was something in it that seemed different to me. But I'm going to read you the scent description. It says, lavender infused with powdery vanilla and genteel musk to create a captivating and relaxing aroma. I think this is the difference. The top note is bergamot, and then there's jasmine petals, lemon, and then the middle is lavender, white floral, and then incense. And then the bottom is vanilla, tonka, and vetiver. Do you smell maybe the other fragrances like bergamot and even lemon? You know what? Strangely, you do. It's not a sweet kind of scent. The lavender is definitely in there. The vanilla is in there, but it's not a super duper sweet vanilla. There's something, I guess it's because of the bergamot and maybe the vetiver. There's just something nice about it. So it is a beautiful fragrance, and I have to thank Norma, Candle Dancer, and Susan D, both of them. I know they enjoy this fragrance, so thank you, girls. It smells good, and it's great. I mean, I am enjoying it myself. Now, the throw on this is pretty strong, okay? It is pretty strong, but be aware, people, sometimes, or most of the times, wax melts, tarts, these things, simmer snaps, they're going to throw a little bit stronger than the candles themselves. So just an FYI to all, this is power, okay? So this one, I would say, is probably an 8 as far as a throw. It's really, really pretty strong, maybe almost a 9. So if you're into lavender and vanilla, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. Okay, next. This one I did not burn here. This next one, the Wild Iris, I actually burnt it in my electric hot plate warmer. I wanted to see what it was like. This one was a recommendation of Norma, Candle Dancer, because I asked her, Norma, does it smell nice? Because again, I'm not a flowery person. I love earthy scents. I love woods. I love, let me see, fruit. Not all the fruits, but apples and all these kind of things. But flowers, sometimes it's just too much for me, especially if they're sweet or they're overpowering. This one, Wild Iris, actually, it's nice. I put it in my electric wax warmer. Okay, you know, the hot plate one with the little bowl. I'm going to read you the scent description. I smelled flowers when I opened it. You know, like when on cold sniff, it definitely was flowery. There was something else in it, a little bit of plums, and I'll tell you about the scent description with it. The scent description on Wild Iris is berries, plums, melons, and greens. The top note, lush berry, then sweet plum and fresh melon. Middle note, violet petals, fresh gardenia, jasmine. Bottom note, vanilla, orchid, and chilled musk. Do you I smell when it's burning. This one is extremely strong. To me, I'd say it was almost stronger than the lavender vanilla. Definitely, I smell flowers first. I know it mentions plums, but I definitely smell a floral note to it before any kind of plum. It's not sweet. It's really not sweet. I don't smell any melons. Maybe the greens I do smell. But plum, yeah, I do smell it. And I'm looking at this scent description. Floral and a little bit of the plums, but they're not, it's not a sweet fragrance. It's just, it's a strong fragrance though. So, you know, it's cool. I like this one too. So that's the two of the simmer snaps. Now, Now, and that one I would, oh gosh, that one is strong, maybe about a 9. That's a real strong scent, the Wild Iris. But again, remember, wax melts, simmer snaps, whatever the heck tarts, they're usually stronger than candles. So just an FYI, most of the time that's what happens. Now, I wanted to talk to you about something else. Again, I'm going to talk to you back to the wax warmer. Why? Because I was curious to know. See how big this is? Okay, I wanted to ask you, or talk to you, should I? Talk to you about 2 things. I had mentioned in my haul about the consistency of Colonial Candle Wax Melts. And I had mentioned that they are very similar to Goose Creek. So if you have Goose Creek wax melt or wax, they're going to be simmer snaps, and this one, the consistency is about the same. I'm going to flip this one over. You could see how this one comes out. It's soft, okay? It's a soft kind of wax. It is not going to be like others that you might be familiar with. It smells so good. The Wild Iris, okay? Here it is. See? They look almost the same. They're soft, both of them. And when I take care of these, when I don't take them apart with my hands, you're going to get your hands all messed up. I have an old knife that I use, and I cut my chunk out, and I have a napkin usually underneath it. I take a chunk out, and then I place the chunk on top of this, or cube, on top of the wax warmer. So there it is. So that's what I had to compare it to. Goose Creek and Colonial, they're very, very similar as far as the consistency is concerned. So I would have no problem with putting this on there. Now this is Better Homes and Gardens. Better Homes and Gardens is a paraffin wax. It's hard, definitely hard. This you really don't need a knife with it. These you crack, like you break them off and take out your wax cube, and there's Better Homes and Gardens. And of course, everyone knows Yankee. Okay, would I have a problem with this wax warmer and melting any of these? No. This one is probably going to take a little longer, and maybe this one, because the surface, the wax itself is harder. But remember I said this one melts really quickly. It gets hot. The surface gets hot very fast. So don't worry. Would it fit? I don't see any problem with 1 cube. Always with something like Better Homes and Gardens, I would always test, because I'm not familiar with this. I would test 1 cube at a time. 1 cube with this, 1 cube with this, 1 cube with that. Regarding 1 tart, I think it should work. I mean, it should. I haven't tested it yet though. But the surface is bigger than this tart, so it should work, and it's going to spread. So there it is. So that's what I had to tell you. I definitely wanted to make a comparison for you. And regarding taking this stuff off, see this softness of this and this? When I take this type of wax out of a wax warmer, this being a little bit softer, this being a little bit softer, I have used the freezer method with easily. Works no problem with this. Works no problem with this harder paraffin wax or Sensationals brands, which is the same as Bath and Body, Better Homes and Gardens. Why am I saying that? I have no problem putting it in the freezer, because I'll put it in the freezer, I'll wait 10-15 minutes, and basically it comes out. I put it, but make sure, this is very important, always make sure that your wax warmer is at least room temperature, because before you stick anything in the freezer, I know you're gonna, just in case, I know you know that already, but room temperature or cold, put it in the freezer, 10-15 minutes later, the stuff comes out, no problem, okay? If it's a one surface deal like this guy is, see this guy here? I sometimes just pour it out. I pour it into an unused can or something I'm going to toss out when it's warm. See how it's liquefied like this? When it's warm and it pulls and it's done. Make sure, watch your hands, people. Put a napkin underneath. You could pour it out, you can wipe it out. And some people I know use cotton balls, and they put cotton balls in there and they clean it up and everything. And I clean it up, but that's what I do with the, you know, the one surface one, or the one that, you know, you can't stick in a freezer or anything. And I have even too with this kind of wax melter. I've put an ice cube on it when it's room temperature, it's already cold, and the the unscented thing already pops out. But this one you can't do it with. This one is not going to happen for you. It's just too mushy. It's just too soft. It's not going to come out after the freezer. It's not going to come out nice. For me, even after an ice cube, it's creamy. It's soft. So just pour it out, or use a cotton ball method, and you'll have no problem. And I will stop. Oh, one more other thing that I wanted to show you. This is not to sell Yankee, because you're going to think I'm selling Yankee stuff. It just happens that way. Regarding the wax, unscented wax things that I use, or the unscented tea lights, I like these, actually. Yankee has these unscented tea lights, and you're going to ask me, can you use regular tea lights? Of course you can. These are Target ones. Okay, the only reason why I even mention them, I'll show you quickly. The only reason why I even like Yankee, it isn't because, and you can buy them from wherever the hell you want to buy them. Doesn't matter. But I like Yankee because they are so deep. There it is. See how one is much taller than the other one? So I like them. For me, they get closer to the surface of the tea light because they're high, and I just like them. They're just a little deeper, and I don't have to change them as often. So I like that. So there it is. Now I can finally stop. Gosh, I talk too much. Anyway, everyone, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And try it out. Yes, the price was great. Yes, is it totally worth it as far as this thing is concerned, as far as Colonial Candle's Wax Warmer is concerned? Yeah, I would say yes. It was a great bargain. It was totally worth it. Again, you can get it in white and or ivory, and that is in white, and love it. Fantastic. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and take care.